Now for some aspirin, some acetylsalicylic acid. So I'm going to measure out about 40 milligrams into the test tube that I've labeled with aspirin and water first. I'll put that in the scale in a beaker and hold it up and zero it out. I'm going to just show you the video of the first measuring out of this, and I'll give you the masses for the other ones since you've already seen 3 or 4 or 3 on the last one. Okay, so I'll grab this back out. I want to measure this while it's outside of the scale, not while it's inside the scale, right? So I'll open my aspirin. Get a bit of that on the end of my micro spatula. Put that in my test tube. Put it in the scale. Let's see what we got. That's close enough for me. 43, it's getting a little bit high, but let's go with it. 44 milligrams. So let's write that in our notebook right away, 0.0440 grams. Okay, so now I'll do the other 3 and then I'll go add the solvents to them. Look what I did. I spilled a little of the aspirin. Spilled a little bit on the counter there. It happens. Should I just leave it so the next person will see it and unconsciously see it and just start spilling their own there too? And before we know it, we have a little mountain of aspirin on the counter. No, I should clean it up. So how do I clean it up? I'll first cap this. Oops. Cap the aspirin, so keep that not exposed to oxygen in the air too much or moisture. Okay, so now I've got that on the counter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paintbrush and I'm going to sweep it off the counter onto a folded up piece of scratch paper. Here we go. Got a little piece of scratch paper here. And I folded it in half like this. And then what I'll do is I'll just sweep the solid that was spilt into the scratch paper. Fold that up. And I know this is a small amount. I could maybe get away with just leaving it in the trash. It is aspirin, it's not too dangerous, but I'm going to show you the right way to do it. We'll put it in this waste container here. Got our waste containers this back fume hood. I got to open it up first. Let me do that, and then I'll put the waste in it. So to open it up, I just have to make sure this is back. There we go. This will catch it. Put it back. Catch it. There we go. Aspirin properly. Shake that. Okay, my 3 test tubes set up. I'm going to start with water. I'll add that to its 1 milliliter line. See how this goes. Initially, it looks like the succinic acid is floating on top. Might be dissolving though. Let's try stirring it a bit. For a little while, and now I'll add methanol to the next one. Need a little bit more. That looks pretty good. I'll just add the hexane now too. Alright, give this a little shake, get it going. Ooh, looks pretty good maybe. Now the hexane. Methanol, another moisture. Ooh, yeah, the methanol. Oh, look at that. It's just about completely dissolved. It's very soluble in the methanol. And now for the hexane. Oh, no, not too soluble. So I'm gonna say it's a little soluble in water. This is the water. You see some sunk to the bottom there. It's more dense than water. Water is the density is 1 gram per milliliter, so it's more dense than 1 gram per milliliter. The methanol worked perfect. It dissolved all of that. So methanol is a great solvent for dissolving it. And the hexane's non-polar solvent, it does not look like it's dissolving that one. It's sunk to the bottom, it looks like.